tackles rated like Leighton, and I love. I mean, Ramsire,
yeah,
who's got like that's like a German metal band,
Yes,
and then Leighton von Brandt,
the Baron,
that feels like a presidential candidate from just after the Civil War or something.
I'm still trying to hope the Baron sticks as his nickname.
I think Leighton von Brandt lost to Benjamin Harrison in the presidential election in the 1880s.
He's actually playing left back for the Netherlands in the World Cup right now.
It's but he, like tackles rated like him, and I totally agree with Justin. Like the thought of going into because I think national programs were in on Connor Lew, but it's different.
Yeah.
Right? Like maybe national superpowers were kicking the tires on Connor Lew. Auburn had a need at tackle, and it's a very close program, and Connor was a different kind of cat.
Interior guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like with Leighton, not only is it very significant that you go into that part of the country and beat out Notre Dame, and I would mention Penn State has done very well recruiting tackles.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, he was committed to Penn State at one point.
And so I mean, like to take a guy away from programs like that at tackle, but also usually tackles like that. I don't want to promise anything.
Sure.
Tackles rated like him have a pretty solid batting average as college football players.
I would agree with that. Yeah. They've got a pretty good hit rate at that point. I mean, and especially at this point, I mean, we just updated our rankings, and they've been updated for the 5th time in the 2027 cycle, and these guys haven't even played their senior season yet. So at this point, there's been so many data points. There's been multiple seasons of high school film. Like, relatively what this guy is. I mean, Leighton played in he played in one of the All-Star games. I can't remember which one it was now. I should know that. Oh, the Under Armour. Oh, it wasn't the All-Star game. It was the Future 50. But that's like one of their biggest events in terms of bringing a bunch of guys in and high-level guys from all across the country. And he held his own. And that's a guy from Delaware who's playing probably his first true kind of big competition in that setting, and he did perfectly fine.
Yeah, we'll get to the guys here recently where it's like Auburn beat out some rivals for some guys from nearby, and that's huge, and that's always been big. But like, what makes this class so wild is the Leighton von Brandts, and then of course the running backs, both of them, but especially
MJC,
Myson Johnson Cook. I mean, everything I see about this guy, every new thing I see, I'm like, This is ridiculous. And look, Auburn recruiting an elite running back, especially for a coach like Golesh who says I'm going to run the ball and I'm going to really commit resources to it. Nothing new. Auburn's done that throughout its history. It was RBU contender for a reason for a long time. The fact that they got a kid that was Miami really wanted at running back, and oh by the way, he's from the Midwest,
which Miami recruits really well.
Correct. Insanity. But it's not just that win, but then you look at the player itself and it's just like, okay, whatever they did, whatever it took to get this dude's commitment, like, hats off, because it's like this is recruiting on like Heisman difficulty. Like what they did to get Myson Johnson Cook committed is beyond me, because this is somebody that, like, yeah, you do move heaven and earth for, because you know it's not going to be easy to get him to a place like Auburn.
Yeah, look, there's always probably, let's say, 6 guys that you circle and say these are can't-miss guys. Mm-hmm. You say we're going to invest whatever it takes, money-wise, time-wise. I mean, there's always kind of a limit money-wise.
Sure.
But you're going to do everything that you possibly can to make it work. Let's say 3 on offense, 3 on defense. Myson Johnson Cook was probably the number 1 guy on offense, where it was like, we absolutely have to have this guy. We're going to do everything it takes to get him here. I mean, after he had taken his last visit to Miami, Auburn made it work to get him back on campus again before his decision date, and then obviously ended up getting him committed. This is a guy who everyone that I've talked to, the terms thrown out have been he's the number 1 back in the country. I know the rankings don't reflect that, but that's how Auburn views him. He's been viewed from Auburn as generational. Again, I'm not saying that he is that, but that's how they view him.
Just in terms of talent, he's 6'3" and he runs like a deer. Like that's crazy.
And it feels like even amid struggles of late, it's like you can set your watch to Auburn being able to land. And I know that this is a different kind of prospect even than some of the running backs Auburn